Meteorologist Chris Haddings here once again. Looks like more and more likely we'll see an impactful winter storm across the area. Could be a serious one here, so I'll show you how serious it is. I'll roll my sleeves up here, show off my guns here. Guns aren't as big as they used to be, though. I'm getting too old for that. In any case, we did issue some winter storm warnings today. Also, Billings did as well. Sheridan all the way down to Casper looks to be impacted pretty well by this storm. Also, Thermopolis could see some heavy amounts of snow. Now, as far as advisories, those are the areas in the purple. These haven't changed here across the west. We did add Lander Foothills as well as the Riverton area, Jeffrey City, and also Washakie County, Worland down toward Tensley. You want to start end times, go to our website right there, weather.gov/RW. Lots of different ones there. And look at the impacts. This really hasn't changed. The snow's already ongoing across the west. Maximum impact there will be through Monday before that begins to taper off. And rule of thumb, east of the divide tonight, we should be fine traveling. Even much of the morning might be okay. Conditions really start going downhill maybe after about 2 or 3 o'clock, but especially after the sun goes down Monday night. With the maximum impacts probably Monday night, Tuesday into Tuesday night across much of the area. Maybe even into Wednesday as you head further to the east, Johnson and Natrona counties may see some lingering impacts, even as we head out that far. So look at the impacts. Travel problems, a very good chance of that. I'll call that high. Maybe some road closures as well. I can't predict which ones, obviously, so you have to travel those days. Make sure you check the road conditions, see if there's any closures anywhere. Cold temperatures, I'll just call this medium right now. The air mass behind this isn't really cold. It's coming from the Pacific, not from up in the North Pole, so it will get a little bit colder, but this is Wyoming, nothing unusual for that point. Now, as far as blowing snow, that's going to depend on where you are. If you're in a windier place like Buffalo, maybe Casper, Rock Springs, it could blow around quite a bit. More of a medium risk in those more sheltered areas. So, again, you know your local conditions. Just look out the window, you'll see it, obviously. And as we look at those wind gusts, you can see by far the strongest wind gusts up here. We had northwest flow coming in here, so Buffalo seeing wind gusts as high as 44, maybe 50 miles per hour. Strongest wind gusts here probably Tuesday night and Wednesday. Well, much of the area could see wind gusts maybe 20 to 30 miles per hour, so everybody will have at least some chance of blowing and drifting snow. Along I-80, the wind seems like it always blows here, so this could be a rough spot as well. As we look at the percent chance of getting 1 inch of snow or more, most area, the lowest chance I see here is 55%, 1 and 2. Pretty much anywhere from Riverton on to the east, just about 100% chance we're going to see at least an inch here. Lesser amounts up toward the Bighorn Basin, though. Now, as we head towards 6 inches of snow, considered a decent storm, a little more contrast. You can see western parts of the area, not a great chance there, maybe about anywhere from 1 in 5 to about 1 in 10. Further east you go, though, a better chance. Highest chance in the area, Buffalo, about 80% chance of seeing that. About 1 and 2 around the Buffalo area, a little bit more as you head out toward the Midwest. About 3 and 4 around Thermopolis, 76% chance there. Now anywhere from 1 and 3 to 1 and 4 around the Wind River Basin, with lesser amounts up toward the Bighorn Basin. And along I-80, anywhere from about 15% of Rock Springs, closer to 50, as you head out toward the Carbon County line. And now some more probabilistic stuff. Expect this, at least this much snow. This will be the best case scenario if you don't like snow. Worst case if you do like snow. Out west, this is additional snow, about an additional 1 to 2 inches, about 2 inches around Riverton and Lander. Highest amounts, pretty much matching up with what we saw before, anywhere from about 3 to 5 along I-25. And along I-80, from 1 inch in Rock Springs over toward 3 in Wamsutter. And across the Green River Basin, about an inch around Pinedale, maybe just some light accumulation around Big Piney, if we get the least amount. Now, if things separate and we end up getting a really big storm, this is what we expect if that occurs. Anywhere from about 8 to 12 inches along I-25. Again, hardest hit area. Also, southern Bighorn Basin could do pretty well out of this. Wind River Basin, Lander Foothills, anywhere from about 6 to 9 inches. Same thing along I-80, especially once you get east of Rock Springs. Across the western valleys, anywhere from about 3 to 5, about 4 around Pinedale. And the least affected area is probably eastern Bighorn Basin, and around 3 on Graybull, 6 around Worland. Anywhere from about 4 to 7 around the Cody Powell area. Again, worst case scenario here. So the most likely scenario for this is right here. You can see anywhere from about 6 to 9 inches along I-25. Again, that's the theme with this. They'll probably get the most snow out of this. Wind River Basin, Lander Foothills from about 3 to 6. Anywhere from about 1 to 4 around the Bighorn Basin. More around Thermopolis, though. They could locally see 10, maybe 11 inches out of this. I-80 about 1 to 3, 2 to 4 around the Rock Springs area, closer to 6 as you head out toward Wamsutter. About 1 to 4 around the Bighorn, not the Bighorn Basin, the Green River Basin, I should say. Got confused there for a minute. And also over here across the western valleys, this really hasn't changed much with the snow, total snow. 3 to 6 in the valleys, up to a foot around the mountains. Here's our resource. You want weather, you know where to go, weather.gov/RAW. Now for road conditions, I keep emphasizing this. Don't call us for road conditions. We're just going to go right to these sites. We have no insider information on this if roads close, when they're going to open. On the web, railroad.info. If you're on the phone, 511 if you're in Wyoming, out of state, 188 Wyle Road. And for our webcams by route, let's go to our website, click on local programs, then go to webcams by route. Be safe, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day.